Hey guys, Anime Gypsy here with Shokugeki no Soma Food Wars, Chapter 241 review. Guys, this chapter is a 10 out of 10. This is my first 10 out of 10 rating. This is my first 10 out of 10 rating. This chapter is a 10 out of 10. The revelations, the backstory, the suspense, just it's unbelievable in every sense of the word. It truly is unbelievable. I'm just lost for words. Okay, this chapter overall has three segments, three separate parts. The first part is the whole what is Saito going to do with butter? He is a sushi chef. Come on. Sushi chef with butter? Really? And to be honest, guys, I didn't really think, like, I knew some of the stuff about sushi, relating to vinegar and bread and salt. I did know that beforehand, just like every single sushi master knows. But just the revelation and the creativity. This guy rivals Soma in creativity when it comes to stuff like this. It's crazy. Basically, what we find out is this guy not only used squid liver in his salmon piece, which is ingenious in and of itself, but one of the basic components that goes into the rice is saltiness and a sourness that make the dish better. A citrusy type feel that is slightly there with the fish, and little saltiness added into the rice. That gives sushi its perfect texture when you're eating it. It's not just the salmon and the rice. No, the rice has some stuff. The rice has some significance. It's the rice that has the saltiness and the sourness in it. This guy, instead of using traditional Japanese vinegar and traditional Japanese and just regular Japanese salt or specific salt from a certain area, he took the Soma route. He used butter as a substitute for salt and orange juice as a substitute for vinegar. This is something straight up Soma would do. This is right up Soma's alley. It really is. This is the type of behavior you wouldn't expect from an elitist chef that joined Central. No. This is the type of behavior you'd see out of an innovator. The dish in and of itself artistically is appealing, and auditorily is pleasing. Just hearing, just reading the description, how the liver is used to harness, and the roe, the salmon roe. Oh, Jesus Christ! This dish is something else. This dish really is something else. That's the first piece. Getting to see him talk about the dish, and the rebels that are in the jail cell talking about his dish. Zenji and Mito commented heavily on his dish, talking about, the significance of sushi and them not believing that it has that much. And it's fitting because Zenji is the guy that is, the traditional reader, the literary chef. That's Zenji. Zenji is the literary chef, the professor of taste, so to speak. So he would definitely know specifics about the functions of creating the rice that goes in sushi. And Mito, it was her Shokugeki against Soma that led her to the realization that it is the elevation of other ingredients that makes a dish great and not the quality of ingredients. This isn't Toriko, where you have ingredients that are a certain level and other ingredients that aren't, and some ingredients can compete with other ingredients. No, this isn't Toriko. This isn't some BS cooking show. No. This is Shokugeki no Soma, bitch. Like straight up, that is what is going on. That is the message. That is what Mito learned the hard way, and that is what's driven to us in this chapter. And we also get Korokiba Ryo talking about just basics when it comes to fish, and that is that what really elevates fish specifically is the other components that you use to cook the fish. And that is true with fish, definitely. But at the same time, you could say the same thing for chicken, you could say the same thing for beef, you could say the same thing for basically any type of meat or any sort of guts you're cooking. So, that's that. And the second scene is a flashback. It's by far one of the saddest flashbacks I have seen in Shokugeki no Soma. It's probably sadder, it's probably more dramatic than the Erina. Actually, no, it's not. It's at the same tier. It's definitely at the same tier. Um, it's just depressing. We get to find out that Saito's mother was denied access to certain privileges in the sushi industry just because she's a woman. She was being harassed. Her restaurant closed down, or it was they tried to close her restaurant down, but he stood in. But basically, they found out that those some men were like, "Hey, your restaurant's doing good. You could come work with us." And then when she came to work with them, they're just giving her the middle finger, telling her, "Hey, you're a woman. You do all these unnecessary chores." And somehow that caused her to get ill, and she was just out of it. But I think this is important because not only is it a sad and interestingly nice story, but this addresses an issue that is not only something that exists in Japan, but is something that exists in a lot of places and in a lot of industries, and it is sexism in the workplace. And yes, I am no feminazi. This isn't the message of a feminazi on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, whatnot. I'm a grown ass man from the Middle East, and I'm telling you, I have seen this shit way too many times in the Middle East and in America, where men treat women like garbage just because of how they were born. And this does a perfect. This just does this justice. This really does display a struggle that we have not exceeded in our current generation. This displays a struggle that has existed for possibly no, for centuries for sure. This is a struggle that we don't get to see in manga that often. Regular, everyday female struggles in the workplace. And to see it in a manga is refreshing, quite frankly. Not only because it's, good material, but also because it's relevant for our day and age. Now, other than that, we could see why Saito joined Central through this. Because his mother's restaurant said, they basically, the people in the industry told them that there's no way that they would be good restaurants. There's no way that they'd be elite restaurants. So when the chance came for the elite guys to be like, "Hey, you could join us and become one of the best. You could become the best. I extend my hand." And Ayazami is like, "You want to be the best? You want to be one of the top guys? You want to lead the Japanese food industry? Grab my hand, son." And he did. And that's the feel that I'm getting now. That is what I think Azami did. That's what I think good old Nakiri Azami did. Because that's the only way I could think of it. But at the same time, you have the Bushido thing going with him where he's like, the tough path is the path of a warrior. But at the same time, him joining Central is a dream for his parents, is a dream for his mother come true, where his mother's restaurant would be respected, and it's his way of saying it. Him accepting Central is his way of basically uh, making himself accept the fact that he is up there now. He is accepted now. His food is the shit now. That is basically what is going on, and what I'm getting out of this. The final scene is with him and the other guys, and basically, the rebels are saying, "Hey, Soma, I'm sorry, but looks like you're gonna lose. Could you pull out? Could you pull off a victory?" And my honest opinion, I hope not. I hope Soma loses, and I hope Soma loses badly. I hope Soma's loss is so devastating that it drives him to succeed into an entirely different level in the future. I hope Soma gets beat up so bad. I hope Soma's defeat is worse than Frieza's defeat in the hands of Trunks. That is what I hope for. And I pray to the Lord Almighty that it comes true. I pray to the Lord Almighty that comes true. That Soma loses this next battle. Because this would be great for his character, great for the series in general, going forward. Because we have been running in this predictable stream that hasn't been altered for a very long time and really should. And with that, I conclude my review. Anime Gypsy, out.